Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Winning Mondays with KW Malaysia. So glad you guys are here today. My name is Mariah. I'm the regional training coordinator here with KW Malaysia. And just want to welcome everyone from Zoom. And finally, we are back on Facebook Live. It's a miracle. So hello to everyone on Facebook Live. Hello, hello. I hope you guys are enjoying being able to access that way again, especially all our guests. Yeah, so we have a great show today, a very extra special guest today. Yeah, I hope you're all good. I know this weekend was a lot of discussion. I saw in our MIEA club chat, there was a lot of discussion about the budget and all the announcements and stuff. So I know there's probably all of you have a lot on your mind, but today we're going to be talking about how to be competitive in this current age, especially with all the automation that's going on. But before we even get started and get into that and we'll talk about the main topic, I want to run a little poll. You know, you guys, I love my polls, right? This one's a little bit different. This one's quite cute, I think. Have you personally met Mr. Tan Kian An? Yes or no? Let's see who's actually met our special guest today and see how famous is he. So quite simple. If you met him, say yes. If you haven't met him, say no. If you're not sure, then probably you need to double check yourself. Yeah, so let's see. If you're on Facebook, I don't know if the poll is there on Facebook, you can just put in the chat whether you met him. You can give him a hello also in the chat. If you know him personally, please say hi. Or even if you don't know him, you can say hi. He's very friendly. Yeah, so cool. All right, I see it's about 60% have, okay, good. We're getting more people. This is like the best ever. We got almost, we're gonna get like a full participation today. Have you met our guest today, Mr. Tan Kian An? Okay, all right, I'm gonna close it in about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see how we got. All right, everyone, here's the results. Wow, 56% of you have met him before. Well done, well done. I'm impressed. It means he's doing a good job being friendly and getting to know the people. Yeah, 44% have not met him. Okay, so now 100% of you are going to get to at least see him on Zoom, and you can chat with him maybe a little bit in the chat here. Okay, so with that, he has a lot of things to share. So I'm going to bring him on. Hello, good morning, Mr. Kian An. Kian An.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
All right, thanks, Mariah.
So glad to have
having me and that introduction.
Yeah. So you're pretty friendly, I guess, huh? You met a lot of people.
I hope so.
I found you very friendly. First time I met you, you're so easy to talk to. So that's great. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time and expertise and just your experience. So I want to give, for those who don't know him, I have just a little introduction. So he is the president-elect for MIEA for 2021. No, is that right? No,
he's a current president.
Yeah, you're the current president.
Yeah.
You were the president. Okay, now you're the current.
Yeah.
Right now, taking over from Ms. Chan Ai-ching, who's pretty dear to us. And you are, yes, you are the Associate Director of Hartamas Real Estate. Is that right? Okay, cool. And I found out you're a certified professional coach. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Very cool. And you're a licensed estate agent in Victoria, Australia.
Yep, I do.
Very cool, very cool. Would you like to introduce anything else about yourself? Please share with us.
No, basically just the introduction would be good, but basically just a little bit sharing. I started real estate not long ago, actually. I think there are some, even I've seen some familiar faces here. They are even more experienced than me. I started real estate, yeah, about 2009, something like that, with a big valuation firm those days, CH Williams, Taha and Wong. Now they are known as CBRE. Then I went to Australia in a year 2013 or 2012, something like that, to practice for about 5 years, and I came back. Then that's where I work with Hartamas Real Estate until today. So I think basically that's just a little bit about me lah.
Yeah, thank you. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
2009. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, on this topic, right, how has technology and automation, okay, I mean, everyone loves talking about tech, talking about AI. We all love using ChatGPT now. So maybe you can give some background though. How do you feel that technology and automation has changed real estate landscape, in Malaysia in recent years?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Rifia and Keller Williams for inviting me here. And just a very good morning to all the audience here. Yeah, the AI or technology or something, this thing has been with us, this question I don't have been with us for many, many years. And your question is, how does it change our way of the landscape of the, what they call real estate is? For the last few years, especially during the pandemic MCO, it actually accelerated the so-called usage or the knowledge or the experience of technology, because we are unable to go out. So we rely a lot on technology. And for the last 3 years, the landscape has changed tremendously. I give an example, the way we shop, the way we buy things, very common now. The way we conduct our meeting now,
Right.
is something we use it to be normal. In fact, if I ask my staff to come for a meeting before the pandemic, we never talk about Zoom. Everybody come to the office. Now today, when you ask for a meeting, can I do it on Zoom? Since we have gotten so used to it. So there'll be things like that. The way even your customer expect things from you, things like that. So it changed tremendously. The expectation of a customer also change. People are saying that why can others can do it online, why we can't do it online, especially on the digital signature, all these things. So there are some things there which I hope I can share afterwards if I have time.
No. I know you have. I know you have some things to share. I think this is a good time. Maybe you can just share it with us about your slides about the automation. What is it all about, and how has it affected the industry? I think that's great. You can share
sure. That. What I do, Mariah, is I have some slides here, probably a little bit overdue, because the slide is actually for 2 to 3 hours, but I'll try to squeeze it. And probably we can, as we go along, we can just chit chat a little bit, and we
that
can
would be
go
great.
from there. I'll just give me one second. I'll just
the screen. I mean, it's true what you were saying about the pandemic and all that, because even this show that we're doing now is also birthed in the pandemic time. I think we didn't have all this kind of training, right? This kind of
So whether you say that the technology is going to disrupt us or not, you just say, okay, can you see my screen? I'm not sure whether you can see.
Oh, we can, but there's all these gray boxes. I think.
How do I get it? Sorry.
They're slowly disappearing. One of them is still there. I think there's when you click the share, maybe you don't click the video button. Did you have a video button on? The share screen. Just
share screen. No, there's no video on this share screen.
No, I know. Before this, the it says optimize. Don't have the optimize on. Like maybe you have to stop share and then do it again.
I'll just share again.
Press share. There's a few buttons. There's like a box for optimize.
I'll just remove the share screen, optimize the video. Now I'll share.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. All good.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yes. Star Wars. Here we are.
So I'm just trying to do something. So I'll just quickly run through. There are about 40 slides which I don't think I have time. So stop me if you can't see or it's not moving or things like that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I think today we're talking about how to stay competitive in the age of automation. When we talk about automation, we always talk about AI, all these things, but actually it's actually beyond AI. So the big question is AI is going to replace us? This is a question that I received throughout the years, right? Everybody's asking, am I in the right industry, or how relevant are we? Now, before I go into that, now AI has always been there. And in Malaysia, AI is not only in real estate, it affects a lot of other industries. So we are not alone. Right. In fact, it affects the transportation. I think we use talk about automators, driver, non-driverless, agricultural, how they, technology help them to fertilize the ground, manufacturing, healthcare, people are talking about a robot performing surgery on you. We talk about finance, the fintech, the insurtech, all these things. We're talking about customer service. I think you all know about the chatbot and the virtual assistants like the Siri, and things like that. So this has been there. Now, you talk about technology, something like that. I think most of you know what is this, right? So
I got one somewhere.
Yeah. So this has been there for many years when I was a kid. And when you talk about AI or technology or automation, this has been there, and this helps us to calculate faster. But the question is this going to take over our job? Is this going to replace us? That's another thing. So I want you to think a little bit, right? This has always been there already. Now, we used to talk about, many years ago, we used to talk about internet, right? I still remember we shared something like that. Why is it internet important? When people are saying that you have your real life, you have your virtual life, how your virtual life looks like, because the young people have a dilemma of dual identity, where we say one is their real world, and the other one is their, I don't know, they call it their gaming world or their cyber world or whatever. So we always talk about that, even many years. Then things like metaverse came out, you have your what you call avatar, all these things. So these things are already there. Okay. Now, I know some of you, not saying most of you are familiar with this, right? Buying GSC movie ticket. Yeah. Why I want to show this is that developers, I think you all know developers. When I met a developer those days in Australia, they told me that they don't need an agent to sell because they have automation, all these things like that. It's very similar. People are using the queue up and buy movie ticket. You need to be, the movie is 6 o'clock, you need to be there 4 o'clock. You are so afraid it's sold out. You need to go and queue up there, and once you bought a ticket, you find somewhere to hang around on this thing. But now automation, you don't need to be there early. You don't need to rush to the cinema. You don't need to go there and queue up and to be disappointed to know that the movie tickets are sold out, because now it's all buying it through online. So same, the developer will also say the same thing. We have this, you have the blog, you have the unit number. You can just go online and click and book. Everything is there. Oh. So yeah, so these are already there.
Can I ask? Sorry, sure. Is that happening in Malaysia? Like the developers are selling online?
Yeah. What happened is, I know, I think some of you have heard before things like M-Hub, Property Guru, going to, I can't remember what is this, Fast Key or something like that. Oh. So they are developers who are going into all these platforms to sell their property directly to consumer. And they are developers I've not heard anything like that in Malaysia yet. Okay. Because legally, maybe they are constrained to do. But in overseas, we have seen this, where the buyer just flow on there. You go to that unit, you like that unit, you click that unit, the floor plan will come out, the price list will come out, the number of bedroom, everything, the detail will come out. And what you need to do is just click the button, put in your name, verify your information. Because overseas, they have what we call e-identity. Right. You have a driving license. You have we call IC in Malaysia. Okay. In overseas we have an IC on internet.
I see. Like a
and the Malaysia government actually in the last week's budget actually announced something like that. We call a national identity, digital identity, something like that. So once you have that, whatever you do on internet, you don't need to verify yourself anymore, because it's being verified already on internet. So you just go there and book.
So that's a deposit. It's a possibility in the future, maybe. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are some things, and before we even understand what in general, so I just want to bring the audience to attention, is that we must understand what AI actually affect, what is the capability in real estate. So I think this is a study done by I'm not sure, I think EY or Jones Lang in overseas, that the AI can actually help us. What they can do, AI can do, is they can help you to segmentize, discover, they can forecast things, they can help you to plan, they can create text, they can process language, they can create audio, they can do vision, and of course, robotics in terms of construction, things like that. So we must understand what the AI can do first before we even worry whether they can replace us or not. So you need when you want to know whether they can replace you or do your job, you need to know what they can do first. Then what is the difference now? What I think US study, I think maybe Mariah, you would have known, because I think I got this information from US. They said that the agents that embrace AI and technology in lead generation has a higher conversion rate, up to 94%.
Conversion rate of leads?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. So what I'm trying to say is, you could have it could be, I can't remember what the word they use. So the end of the story is that your conversion rate will be higher if you embrace AI and technology in your lead generation.
Oh, as you as a business person.
Yeah, sorry, my apologies. me as an realtor, or me as a real estate agent.
Yeah.
If you embrace AI and technology, you have a higher conversion rate. So think about it, right? Whether is it going to disrupt you or is it going to help you, things like that.
Right.
Now,
so as a help, not just as a like a competitor, but like using your own benefit. Okay.
Correct. Because I'm sure we have seen these are some comments. I won't say this AI, this is more on automation, right? But they are going to AI already, right? So I'm sure you all have seen all this. I know Keller Williams use a lot of Metapod. We have seen DocuSign. Canva is very common in us.
Right.
Cam scanner, Waze, even Waze is also in AI because they help you to predict, right? MailChimp, all these things. You've seen this before, and I think you have seen all this before. Right, the lady on the left, those of you who fly, travel, you know who they are. They talk to you, so-called talk to you, right?
Not the real, right.
Yeah, and they are already there. And I have some video, but anyway, I don't think I think due to the internet, I just want to show something. AI, and these are things that is already happening in the market. I think Star Wars, we know Star Wars, right?
Yes.
How R2-D2 show up the hologram. Even on the bottom right, there's a video here. I just have a picture there. What I'm trying to say that these are all AI or what do you call technology that has already been there for many years. Hologram, all these things. We
can already do these cool things that we saw in the movies.
Yeah. Now then of course I have a movie here. This is a more now. Why I want to show this is because how is it going to relate to us? I'll show you later what are the trends that we have, but at least you see some video and some picture, where am I going to? Like this is a video, like this is something that's happening in US. I think you would know some. We call, I don't know, I call it a digital salesperson, things like that.
Wow.
So you don't need to be there, right? What happened is when your buyer call you up and said, Mariah, I'm at your unit. I would like to make an appointment to see the house. What you do is you just said, since you're already there, I'll give you a PIN number. You just register yourself with me. So I get your details. I know who you are. I'll give you a PIN number or passcode. You just go up to the door. You pick in a password or PIN number. The door will automatically open. You can go in. Then this little robot, so-called robot, will greet you.
So interesting.
Right? Yeah, I will be there. I'll be in my office. I'll still be there, but I will control the robot. I'll move along with you. So you don't need to. You don't need to be. I don't need to be there, but we still can talk.
This is so interesting. I've actually not seen this before. This is quite crazy. I wonder if this really works or not. It's quite interesting.
I don't know whether it works in Malaysia, but it works in a certain way. But of course, this is what they've been doing. So you don't need to be there. You still can talk. So the good thing is that instead of doing 2 or 3 appointments a day, now suddenly you can do 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 appointments a day, and you don't have to wait for make another appointment to come back. You just tell your buyer, said, look, feel free to go in there. You can see the house now. You don't have to come back again. Things like that. So these are already happening in what you call US, right? And this is a true video anyway. Yeah. So of course, you talk about AI. I think a lot of us, what you call, are thinking, what is beyond AI? I think I just want to share something. This is point data in Australia. So when I look into because I still connect with my friends in US, I mean in Australia, I said, how does AI affect in Australia? So and they are also embracing what we call how do I put in word, an ecosystem of technology. I give you an example. We heard of PropTech, right? We have PropTech. Then now we have things like InsurTech, FinTech, MedTech, EduTech, Now you even have a GovTech, right? Government is trying to come out with some
Government tech.
technology, government tech. So these are all in an ecosystem. For example, GovTech, I don't know how they're going to, I give you an example, the income tax department. I don't know whether it's GovTech or FinTech. I don't know where they're going to fall, because so they said they want to collect tax from you. Instead of you lodging your own tax in future, it's all connected. They will connect to the bank, FinTech, right? They will know how much money you have. They will connect to the land property, I think the land office. They will know how many property you have.
Right.
Later on, they will connect to the property management. So all your rentals have to go through the government, or you have to stamp with the government. They will know how much property income or rental you're going to get. So they automatically calculate your tax without you even submitting, and they'll just deduct from your bank account. Something like that, you know. And even bankers will know how much you make, how much property you have, how much loan eligibility. So you don't have to actually submit. They already, we as an agent, we can log on to the data. I can check Mariah. I know how much you make, how much commitment you have. Then I'll tell you, Mariah, you can afford a property of 700,000. These are the properties I have for you. Okay. Something like that. Yeah. So these are some things. Then these are some tools that. No, this is more like a hologram. This is a synthesia. Yeah, if you have time, just, I don't have time, but if you have time, you can go and look at it. This is how you can create an avatar of yourself. So you can be,
Roslan, one of our agents, Roslan, he uses this and he shows in the Ignite class his video of him talking.
Fantastic. Great. You can be in 2, 3, or 4 places at the same time. While you're talking here, you can be in another way, you know, another place to doing a presentation, things like that. Just a quick one, because a lot of people talk about the whole big thing. This is more technical. This is what I found. When you talk about AI is a big thing. Then you have, I'm sure you heard of the ML, the machine learning, the deep learning, the generative AI. So what I'm trying to say is we are actually doing all these things. Okay. In AI, we talk about virtual assistant, your VR, you know, the VR, your Oculus, your gaming AI. When you talk about machine learning, it's more like credit scoring, rating system, you know, forecasting. Then you have a deep learning, autonomous driving, robotics, face recognition, conversational AI like your chatbot, and of course the generative AI, very commonly like you mentioned, they produce content for us like image generation, like your chatbot, right. No, sorry, your ChatGPT, right? Yeah. So you tell them something, they generate. You tell them what you want to come up with, so they generate things. So these are all the things that we are currently using, right? But it's just in different phase. So these are just I won't go through in detail on that. Okay. Yeah, so end of the day, the AI is one AI, but the key thing to me is the AI is, we talk about the big data. Okay. The big data, like that's the key thing. That is the key thing, because what I think you have seen all this before, your JPPH data. HProp is coming out with their Epic Property Guru have their data sense, and MIEA. You know, MIEA is a very big data. I think, Mariah, I did mention to you, MIEA, a lot of people are trying to get hold on this data, because MIEA can actually predict your behavior. Now, I will know that, you know, you are going to, how often you're going to go shopping, how frequent you're going to visit a gas station, which supermarket you like to go most, how much you're going to spend every time you go to the supermarket. You'll be buying toilet rolls every 2 weeks. You'll be buying instant noodle every 2 weeks, and I know what kind of brand you buy. I know which petrol station you always go, and we know how you behave, all these things. Is it still following? Is it still following us? I think we didn't use right in a long time. Now they don't anymore. It's not compulsory, but you can imagine for the last 2-3 years they are basically following you. Like what you say. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So they can predict, they forecast, they know what kind of persona you are. It's the same like JPPH. You talk about forecasting of price, future price, you do a comparison, and you have Epic and you have data sense that they know what the property out there. And I think KW Williams is also building your own so-called database or something like that, which is good. And this AI is all about this data. Without this data, the AI will not be able to predict. They will not be able to forecast. They will not be able to do all these things, do all these things. The AI is only powerful as the data that it has to work with, basically. Correct. Correct. Yeah. So because it's all created by human. Now, yeah, so these are just basic. The thing is, I just want you all to have a better understand what are the AI, what are the technology or the automation out there. Because you talk about this big word, a lot of people got confused, isn't it? They are just afraid of technology, but what kind of technology, what kind of things that replace them? So if you understand, then you know how is it going to help you, how is it going to affect you, you see?
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you. Is that the end of your intro to AI section?
I think so, because the next one I'm going to share is the trends, but maybe you may have something you would like to share, you want to ask or something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So how do you, I guess, I mean, I want to ask actually about the trends in the future. I do want to ask about that. What do you see the trends in the future for in Malaysia, that you see happening, or around the world as well, I guess. Whatever happens outside Malaysia will probably eventually come to Malaysia. Yeah, I think we all want to know what is to come, right? So I'm just curious about that. Yeah. Is that
okay.
what you share?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so what are the trends that I foresee is, let me see. Okay, it's moving. Yeah. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the trends that, let's talk about real estate. There are some trends that's already happening now, but there are some trends that we foresee it may come. These are some few points, things that I foresee. I'll just quickly run through. Now, of course, digital signature, something is key that we are currently embracing.
Right.
But in terms of, yeah, I think I did mention to you before that when you do a digital signature, how do you verify the person on the other side signing for you? So I think there's something that, but whether you like it or not, it's a trend, right? Other industry, insurance are doing that, fintech are doing that. In real estate, how are you going to do that? How the question is, how are you going to verify the person, whether it's the right owner, are you doing the right person? Because if I'm going to send you a PDF file today, and I say, Mariah, can you just sign back for me, things like that. Yeah. So how am I going to know that that's your signature?
Right.
And
so
a lot,
like the DocuSign and all those different things we're using.
Correct. And the scariest part is a lot of agents, they didn't even verify to check that whether that signature is your signature. Just by sending you back an PDF file with some drawings, drawings or signature there, you assume that person is signing it, but whether it's that person signing it, you wouldn't know. And the scariest part is the agent themselves sign on the witness part. Because you didn't even witness the person signing the document. You didn't even know whether that he is the right name and correct. And you sign on the witness column. Right. So if you go to the court will ask, you sign on the witness, am I right? But do you know what is the role of a witness? So there could be some legal challenges in terms of that probably we need to fix, but yeah, it is there. And the next thing is, we talk about e-port. E-port is very common. When you order something for Lazada, they come to you, they sign, they said it's verified. No, I say it's confirmed, delivered, things like that. Now, when we do documents or all these things, handing over keys, I think, imagine you don't even need to hand over the key. Just like you go to Airbnb or you rent a car from SoCal, you don't even see the owner, you don't even see the middle person or the agent, you don't even see anybody. You just take the key and move in, things like that. So there could be things like that in future. Imagine you do a rental, you don't even need to do a handover. I'm just giving, but we are not supposed to do that. Yeah, but I'm just saying that, who knows, right? Virtual tour, virtual reality is going to be here to stay, right? I don't know the video that showed that the robot is moving around. I don't know that is a virtual tour. I don't know how they call it, but yeah, it's a digital service. It's going to be there. E-transaction, whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. It's very unfortunate for a certain group of people that if you don't have an what they call account or whatever, you can't transact. You can't. In
future.
Yeah, correct.
Right,
so
right.
Even you go to Family Mart, example, I think Family Mart, they don't accept any cash, things like that.
Oh, yeah, it's going more in that direction, right? We all have our Touch and Go app or Grab app. Right.
Correct. Even like online application. I give an example in Australia, I think in US as well. When the robot, the robot salesperson is there, after viewing the unit, you tell them that if you like the unit, please pick an offer or apply to rent, example. So they don't actually need to fill up a form, a letter of offer, all these things. What they need to do is you just scan the QR code on the machine, I just send you a link, you fill up the form, put in all your details to apply, to make an offer to buy or apply to rent, pay in the deposit, or everything online. So you don't even need to do a document or this thing anymore. So even like tenancy example, you might have 3 or 4 tenants interested in the unit. What they do is they just apply online, upload their documents or whatever information online. But in future, you don't even need to upload documents, because when I click you, I know whether how much you're making, all these things, whether you're entitled or not. Are you a bankrupt? Do you have a valid passport or things like that? It's all digitalized there, so I don't need to do a check on you already.
It will make everything very efficient, I guess.
Yeah, it's like what we call the word new order. Like everybody is so naked.
No privacy.
I can know how much you make. I can know where you have been through, and I can know your family route, all these things. So it could sound scary as well, because they are no longer secret, all these things. Government, how much money you have in the bank, you have no cash anymore, things like that. So these are some things, even cashless, customization of buyer needs. Yeah, this one I just want to mention this, something interesting I found out. So I think maybe it originated from the IBS system in China. I was talking to one developer, customization of buyer. They say that in future, if you buy a condominium, you don't have to how do I say that? You can customize a condominium. What you need to do is you just buy the level 10 or level 8 or level 18. Then each floor, they'll have 10 units, we call units, right? So if you buy level 10 unit number 1, let's say, then you can tell me how many bedrooms do you want in your condominium? Whether it's a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom. I will build the condominium to what you want.
Interesting. That you can choose your layout or whatever. Correct.
So you don't have to say that, oh, unit 1 is always a 3 bedroom, unit 5 is always a 2 bedroom, and the 2 bedroom are all sold out. Now you only have a 1 bedroom, or the 3 bedroom are also only the 2 bedroom. You don't have to worry. You only need to buy the lot, the unit. Then you tell the developer you want to build a 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, or 1 bedroom. Developer will customize it. It's more like like Lego. They just stack on each other,
right?
Things like that. So there are things like that already, that can. So these are also in a way an IBS system. It's all prefab. You just come and stack on. Then the other thing is a property management ecosystem. We look at it into it, because like PropTech, FinTech, InsurTech, all these things. Property management is very common in, I think, in US, in overseas. In Malaysia, we call it tenancy administration.
Okay.
Yeah, and I foresee this will happen in future
all
as well.
Condos in the building. Okay.
Correct. You have all the property management. Then, of course, smart home. We know smart home is very common, right? You have a smart car that starts automatically before you even go to the car. Right. Yeah, smart home. Google and all these are embracing it.
Refrigerators and all this.
Correct. This will be a trend in our real estate. Automated lock system, which I just show you just now the video where the girl, the agent will be there. Rating system. The other thing is the rating system. I think rating system might come very soon in Malaysia. That, for example, I have some example I can show up. You go to Lazada, you want to buy something. You look for a 5-star, you look for 4.9. They take a Grab rating, so they will rate the agent service as well.
Okay, so the agents will get rated on some system that everyone has access to potentially in future.
Correct. Yeah. So when I ask Siri, can I know which is the top agent in Bangsa? So I hope your name will be there.
Yeah, just like we want to. I mean, as a customer, we don't want to deal with scammers and like bad intention people, right? So we would want to protect ourselves as a consumer from those funny people out there.
Exactly. And that's why the scary part of AI as well. I'll share to you towards that. Now, of course, the FinTech, the InsurTech, the GovTech, editor, I said blockchain. We talk about blockchain in land registration system. How is it going to happen? I don't know, but
The
they are
rating,
looking
sorry,
into.
just to go back to the rating system, do you think it, like on, you know, on Grab, I think it goes both ways, right? Because the drivers also rate the consumers so that they know that some consumers are bad news. We don't.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the agents were like this, just stop all these like bad people that just go for viewings, like 1,000 viewings, but never buy anything.
Exactly. Now, since you mentioned that, actually, the Malaysian government is looking into one of the new act we call Residential Tenancy Act, is at the proposed. That is where they will, I won't say rate, they will have a system to have a list of blacklisted tenant example.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so the tenant that always default, the tenant that or didn't pay on time. So there's a database there. So you as a landlord, you can actually run some search on this tenant, whether like what you say, is it a genuine tenant or things like that or not. So there will be something like that. But of course, a lot of challenges behind there, lah.
Yeah,
But that won't stop this from happening, because it's already happening in Australia.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something that is very helpful for all of us.
Right.
Of course, just coming back, AI data analytics, you know, what point data, call logic. I think Redfin and Zillow is also doing. You have digital salesperson, you have machine learning processes. So a lot of process will be automated. You don't need to actually go and do it anymore, right? But it doesn't mean it's going to replace you, right? Then, of course, we are looking into eDana. eDana is, I think certain states, they already have, you can do an online search. Probably all your registration of land title is going to be in a blockchain, or it's going to be on you know what I mean? CRM system, I think this is something that I think Keller Williams do very well. I don't think I want to explain this, right? You have a very fantastic CRM system whereby you track
command. We have our command system. It's awesome.
You have a command system, and it comes back to the e-tracking. I give an example, like e-tracking is when an owner appoint you to sell, they would like to know what you have done. So they appoint you today, next 2 weeks, you have done advertisement, how many viewings, how many appointments, how many offers, where are we now? It's just when you do Lazada delivery, you know, when you order something, you say that the item has been packed, the item has been shipped, the item has reached the airport, they are sending to the local sender, they are on the way to your house. Yes, tracking system. So
the system is okay.
Correct. They are going to track you. Where are you now in terms of selling my property? Something like that. So they can go in and see. Yeah,
good. I like this idea, the timeline of like how we are.
Exactly.
Are we at ATP yet? Are we, where are we at the process?
So, correct. So even like CRM, so I think things like
we kind of have that for ourselves with our CRM system, like our own pipeline, to see, you know, how many people do we have in each section, and we can move them along in our pipeline.
Yeah, it is great because, you know what, a lot of time agents, when they get a new listing, they will advertise and they will wait for buyer to call them, and they'll start to get, you know, buyer, they say to them. But when in fact, like what you said, Mariah, your buyers are actually in your database. So what this CRM system do, they can actually do a matching, just like you go to Tinder example, right? You put in your profile. Yeah, you put in your profile, you want to look for what kind of your partner, what kind of them. So you put in, then they will match a partner to you. It's the same thing in property. If you put in all your database of customer, that how old they are, how much they earn, what is their budget, what is their criteria, whether it's a landed property in PJ or SS2, you put in all your buyer database. Then when you have a listing, example, you have a listing, you key in, the listing is a two double story, 900,000 SS2. Immediately the system will tell you that, hey, you have 7 buyers who are looking for this kind of property. So instead of advertising your property, waiting for people, why don't you connect to these 7 people, because it matches the criteria. So this is what
so good. Let's just pause here. I love this so much. So, this is so good. I mean, we always talk about this in Ignite. It's doing really good tagging, basically. So you build your database, and you have great tagging that specifies, like you said, all the criteria. That's such a cool idea. So if you were to type into your database, you know, like you said, like landed house, whatever, north facing, I don't know, whatever, all those things in this area, you know, this is the budget, it would pop up. Those people would pop up, and you could just send the listing to these people and say, I've specifically selected you knowing that you would love this property. You know, I've only selected a few people. Let me know right away if you want to make an offer or come see a viewing. That would be powerful. That would be so powerful.
That will be, you know, that is something that we should be embracing. In fact, I think I also shared this before. You know, I learned this from one of my colleague, my ex-colleague in Australia. This something story that maybe the audience here can take back. You sell a house. Most of the time, I would say 90% of the agents, after you sell the property, thank you very much, you go on, you move on to another one. But this agent, not only this, a few, what they do is, when they sell the house, they took a photograph of the house. It's an old house, by the way, okay? 1 year later, this agent, what he did is he went back to the same house. He took a picture of the same house. Of course, the house has been renovated, beautified, all these things. He took a photograph. So what he does is he take the before and after photograph, he put it in a nice postcard. He sent to the buyer who bought 1 year ago, and he said, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. 1 year ago, you bought this property from me. All right. Thank you for beautifying the neighborhood.
Wow, that is really sweet.
Yeah.
Like that.
So there's something that you know, we didn't realize how powerful it is. So the CRM system actually remind you on all these things, you know.
Right.
So how you want to use this CRM system, you know, they can't think for you. You need to be creative. So imagine your buyer, he will remember you because no other agent does that before, and people love to be remembered. It's just like they're telling you that happy birthday, because happy birthday is very common. You have friends that are wishing you, so you can't even remember how many friends wishes you a happy birthday. But imagine that agent wish you a happy anniversary for buying the house. That's how this.
I think even more, I love that. Okay, definitely remembering that they bought the house a year ago, very special. They won't even remember this, but you will remember for them. So cool. But even more, you're acknowledging that, you know, you have worked on the place and that you've beautified the neighborhood. That is very cool. They will feel very like you understood their heart.
Yeah. So there's something that I think can happen in your using the CRM system. And the last thing is, this is more concern of our negotiator agent in Malaysia. I think a lot of people are wanting to go into a gig economy. You know, they want to work on themselves. They want to build a business. So I think the trend is a lot of real estate company. I think good that Biffield or KW Williams are doing that. Instead of just training you how to close sales, how to get leads, how to negotiate all these things. A good real estate company will teach you how to build a business, you know, how to go into entrepreneur, we call it entrepreneurology. So we don't only teach you how to make money. Yeah, of course you want to make money. We don't only teach you how to get leads, do sales. We want you to build a business. We want you to be successful and sustain in the industry.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think moving forward, a lot of companies, real estate firms will be providing this kind of, how do I say, mentality that you are not here as a salesperson, you are here to build a business.
Yes. Yeah. Did you hear that, everybody? This is the mess. This is our KW message as well. You know, where entrepreneurs thrive. This is our catchphrase now. This is the place for you to build a business. You're not a salesperson. You're trying to build a business over many years, and we will give you the tools to be able to make this happen. That's so good.
Yeah, and I still remember I have a few good friends who are doing direct selling. I won't name the company. I'm not saying we want to be a direct. I'm not telling you to become a direct selling company. But when they do direct selling, the direct selling company train them to build a business, right? They don't train you that they train to build a business, how to sustain, and they sustain 10, 20, 30 years.
Right.
So that is something that I foresee this will happen.
Happening
more on all these things. Okay. Yeah. So if you ask me, these are some trends. Then you talk about entrepreneurology, again, is embracing technology, all these things. So these are some trends that I see might happen in the near future. I don't want to talk about the 10 years or 20 years. We don't even know, you know, all these things.
Yeah, maybe the next 5 years or so, this is what some of the things that might happen.
This list could be obsolete in the next 5 years.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we So when you look at all these changes, okay, so let's just pause here. Maybe you can stop sharing for a second and then we can come back. Yeah, we can just have a little chat. So when you think about all these changes that are coming, even you mentioned that we don't even have to be there for the viewing. There could be a robot in the future, all this. I think some of us might feel a bit scared, a bit nervous, right? Like, yeah, like you said, is it going to take our job? What is your mindset about all this? Like, how do you think about all these changes? I mean, you mentioned so many changes, right? Some you said we can use it for our advantage, but overall, how do you think about this? Is it something to be afraid of, or
I personally think that yes, it may sound scary. And I'm not trying to make it worse. And I can tell you it's just going to get more complicated.
Okay.
Especially, I give an example. This is what I encountered last few weeks. The so-called the golden generation people, our parents, those 60 or 70 years birth. I'm sorry to say that the society today has been so cruel to them. Because they have to embrace technology, and they go to the bank, they can't even open a bank account because you need to do the online things. You want to buy something, you need to install an apps on your phone. You need to you want to get a discount. All this. So they are not used to it. Even like they want to order Grab. They even know how to use the Grab. They don't even have a credit card. How are they going to top up the credit? And no taxi. It's so hard to find taxi. People are doing Grab. So if you're not there, you're not there. Like I said, it's so cruel and so unfair to them. But whether they like it or not, they will get someone to teach them. They will ask someone to help them. Things like that.
Right.
So if you ask me, you can't stop, but don't be afraid. Embrace it, right? Because the good thing is we've seen these people struggle through. So you have seen them struggle. So the question is, do you want this to happen to you? Do you want, to be like them in future? So because they are not prepared, right? We're the younger one. we are prepared. So they're caught in a surprise. We are not. So if we get ourselves caught in a surprise, we only have ourselves to blame. So embrace it, go for it, right? Take it positively, and sometimes it's learning it, learn it and enjoy the change. Just like going to a trip, you go for holiday, you see new things, you enjoy. Instead of complaining, why is it so long queue? Why is it so slow? You enjoy the queue, you enjoy the scenery. So that's how I can say it. You can't avoid. You can't avoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't try to hide under the cover and pretend none of this.
Exactly. And we are more prepared this time now. We are not being caught by surprise, things like that.
Okay. So one is just be connected to it and stay on top of it, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, whether it's going to be easy or tough, you are the one who's going to decide whether it's going to be easy or tough for you.
Right. So how about, you mentioned already like how we can use the database, the CRM system to our advantage, right? I like those stories you mentioned about really good tagging. You can be able to point your properties to the right people, that kind of thing. And also, remembering when their anniversary of their home date is, stuff like that. What are some other ways that agents or REN, whatever, can consider responding to all these changes? What are the skills and the qualities like for them to be competitive in this age of automation? What would you recommend?
I think in terms of how do you respond, I think my advice is this: don't work alone. All right, work in a group, embrace what they call the society and support each other, and also like I said, how do I put this? Because I know it's scary, and sometimes if you face it alone, you may, the learning curve will be slower. But if you work in a group, you synergize and leverage, like what your KW Williams RFA is doing. Have more interaction, more training, all these get together, so you learn faster, you adapt faster. That's my only current tip that I have for a lot of negotiators: don't work alone. Don't work alone. Get the support from firm or other people, and you're not alone. Don't think that you are the only person suffering from this. You are the only person, all these things. all of us are going through the same thing as you go through. So don't always think inferior of yourself that you don't know this, you give up all this thing. No, we are all here together. So don't ever have that kind of feeling, because all of us are afraid too. All of us are also fear or not. Let's work together to overcome the fear. You know what I mean? This is like you go into a jungle, you go alone, you scared, but you go in a group of people into the jungle, you feel more confident and you're more what do you call, confident, and you know what I'm trying to say, right? So that's my only tip. You are going to a jungle, something new. You don't go alone. Go in a group of people. You feel more safe. You feel more comfort. You have different people, different strength, different knowledge. You leverage on each other. You know what to do certain things. You know how to do some other things. So you help each other and you learn from there. You learn from each other. That's just how I look at it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Of course, when I think there's one more question. You talk about the skills and qualities, right?
Yeah.
It just popped my mind. A few things, I won't go in detail. Just point out a few things. I just noted down. Few things I think we need new agencies. Number one is entrepreneurship, right? I said you need to know how to run a business. You need to understand financial literacy. How to calculate your return, budgeting, all these things. Of course, because of AI, because of technology, now the human communication, emotional intelligence is even more important now. Because a lot of kids, I'm sorry to say that they don't have the social awareness. They don't know how to communicate with human, and their emotional intelligence is getting a little bit. I don't know, right? Because you're not on the street, so you rely everything on computer. You don't think. So your awareness, your EQ, your all these things has lost. So there's something that we need to improve.
Let's talk more about this one, this EQ thing. Yeah. So you're saying that you're saying some young people, you feel some of them are so much on computer, they are not so good, not on the street, meaning like face to face. Maybe they're not as strong in their relational skills.
Yeah,
interesting.
So that's something that, because real estate,
like how will this help in this age of automation? How do you see this working?
Because real estate to me is still a personal and a human, what do you call, business, or require human touch. Personal, you need to feel for your customer. You need to have the emotional, how your customer is going to think. It's going to be a lot of money involved, a lot of decision making, a lot of empathy. But if you as an agent or negotiator, you don't have the empathy, you don't feel for them, how are you going to help them in making their decision? How are you going to connect with them? How are you going to make them feel that you are with them, you're there to help them, you're there to solve their problem? If your customer don't feel that, then there's a disengagement. And I say, oh, you are just another robot to me, you see.
Wow, so good.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's something I think we need to quality have. Of course, the other thing is, because AI technology we can't avoid. So somehow or other, you need to have digital literacy as well. This time we mentioned about financial. You need to have digital literacy. It's how you communicate on internet, right? You need to communicate in a real person. You need to communicate on internet as well, whether you like it, right? How you write emails, how you write, content, all these things. Because people read, people see how you write, people see how you talk on internet, how you present yourself. And you also need to know how to protect yourself on internet. Cyber safety is another thing. If I have time, I want to talk about, because you are on the internet, how you have digital literacy, but do you have this knowledge on cyber safety, fraud prevention, scam prevention, people losing money, few $100,000 on being scammed, all these things. You need to know, have that kind of literacy as well. You don't want to be cheated, things like that. When you order something online, whether the thing is real or whether the thing is going to come here or not. Then, of course, the last thing is you need to have a growth mindset.
Okay.
I think this is KW a growth mindset.
Growth
go beyond that. That's a very key thing. You can talk about a lot of all these things. You know it, but if you don't do it, that's another problem. So you need to have a growth mindset. So these are some qualities that, Mariah, that you mentioned that I think we should have.
I appreciate this. So I like I'm just trying to put all these pieces together. So as a REN or an agent, I come in, I need to think of my work as a business, and I need to understand, how do I make this into a business? How do I understand my financial goals and have that literacy to understand how to set up a business? Then Secondly, you also mentioned I have to know how to use the technology, how to interact on the tech and appear like a competent person online, you know, with the way I've written my things and all that. But I need to don't actually be a robot, right? I need to be totally opposite from the robot, actually, to be able to compete with the robots. Since we're afraid the robots are going to take over our job, there's some things the robot cannot do. They cannot show that empathy and help me to make the decision emotionally the way a person can. To give you, we always talk about in our Ignite is our class that we do for training. And we talk about that you want your database, you want your people to know you, like you, trust you. So I love that you mentioned about this trust piece, right? That we want to build that trust so that they will trust us with their problems, their concerns, and be able to tell us the true story of why they're looking for a property or why they need to sell, so that we can advise them properly, right?
Exactly.
Advise them, and if they don't trust us, they're not going to listen to us. They're not going to.
That's
So
why I just want to quickly share through just a few. I know we are running short of time.
Maybe another 5.
Because I have something just a quickly share through. Just let me share the screen back again.
Sure.
Just give me a minute. I just want to quickly share through. So I just run through because I think it will be good for the benefit of the people.
Right.
Here. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
You have to. We see it.
Is it lagging or whatever? No.
Don't know. Maybe when you change screen, we'll let you know. It looks okay.
Okay. So I won't go through this. These are some things, you know, some tools that we have, right? Automations that I think I want to share with you so that you all can know what are the things you can take back. This is a box brownie we call. Imagine you have an empty house, you can do some staging online. It's not real. You can just do some stagings. You just need to pay, I think, how much? £21 or something like that, euro dollar. You can do something like that, right? These are all, I don't know, you call it automation or whatever.
Staging.
Cool. So of course you have VR, you have a smart home, then you have what do you call it next? This is the one that I'm talking about, the rating system. This is in Australia. You have this website called Rate My Agent, RATE, sorry.
Oh, you went back.
I went back. Just give me that. I accidentally clicked something. Oops, why is it not working? No.
Right.
Okay, here you go. So you have a rating system, you know. They will rate you, you know, they go on a suburb, they look for this agent, are you a 5-star, how many have you sold, all these things, right? Real estate agents in Victoria, who they are, their comment, you know. These are the things that's going to happen. Right? When they ask Siri or they ask Alexa, who are the top 5, they will come out, make sure your name pops up, things like that. And automation, I think Keller Williams have this also. When you have all this data, you are able to provide a report, right? Based on your comparable, your CMA. You don't have to do it. The so-called technology or whatever software, you just put in an address, Damansara SS2 double-story house. They will straight away generate what we call CMA, on comparable market analysis. It's automated. You can do this report in 1 minute. You just key in your address, everything, and it comes out all a suburb profile. So this is a tool that people, and this report you can give to your vendor and say, look, vendor, these are the properties on the market. These are the property being transacted. These are the feature, all these things, you know. Then later on, when you do it, when you have an appointment after 2 weeks, you want to give them a vendor report. You say, for the last 2 weeks, we have 41 people who came through. 174 people attended. We have no offer. We have there is already 21 days on the market. You have a 6 open house. You have done 20 contacts. All these things. Give your vendor a report of what you have done. So every time you have an appointment, you key in the system, then this will generate how many this thing you have, how many appointments you have done for the last 1 month or last 2 weeks, things like that. It's something that this CRM can do. Now, of course, sales tracking, I won't go into this. You can track your sales, all these things. And these are some tools that commonly people use. It's nothing new, nothing interesting, but something we can use to make our life easy in our work, right? Of course, not free lah. Some you have to pay lah, right? So I won't go detail on this. Some are audio, AI, all this. You can go and have a look. I won't do. So now the thing is this. I think these are just some tools I have lah. I'll share with you. And of course, I just want to let me skip this part first. I want to go to this part here, that what you said, Mariah, you mentioned just now.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Yeah. So can you see a surgeon performing something here?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Okay. Have a look at this picture. All right. Now we talk about robotics, robot performing surgery.
Right, there's a robot there. There's a robot.
There's a robot that's performing the surgery, and you see on the left-hand side, there's a doctor on your left-hand side looking at the screen.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So the robot is the one actually doing the surgery. Okay. Now I want you to digest a little bit about this. Okay. Now then you look at this, the second one. Okay. There's a car. Yeah. Robot is assembling the car. Yeah. But where is the human? Where is the people? Okay. Where's the people?
Probably.
Do you see any people, right?
I don't see any people, but probably there's somebody somewhere.
Yeah, so maybe there's somewhere, but they go for coffee break or things like that. Yeah, but when you talk about technology, you look back in this big picture, it's actually technology plus human.
Yeah.
You don't want the robot just to sit down there and do surgery on you, because the robot doesn't know where's your liver, they don't know where's your pancreas, because every human is different, right? Yeah. Your position of your liver, your heart may be different. The robot will not know.
The human body is not, it's not like the car, it's not the same.
Correct. So the doctor on the left-hand side, that's you. That's the agent there. Because the agent will guide the process, the agent will all these things. So yes, the AI, the automation will help you to do your work better, easier, faster. But you still need to make a decision whether to remove the pancreas or not. Is it on the left, on the right, You will be scared if one day you go to an operation theater, nobody's inside, only the robot doing the surgery on you. You will be afraid. Yes. It's the same thing. When you go to buy a house and no human is dealing with you, only robot and AI talking to you, buy the house, buy the house, buy the house, you will feel scared also. Because the robot doesn't know your need, they don't understand how you feel, they don't understand your, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So that's the thing. But if you build machines with machines that don't require, then you don't. So real estate is not a process. You don't build real estate, you know what I'm trying to say? You build a house, you repeat, but our job is we don't build, our customer is different. You have 100 customers, 100 customers are different. But if you build 100 cars, they are all the same car. So they are repeating. So we are not in a business that is repeating, because every customer is different. So I want you to think along that way, so that why AI is going to replace all technology, you can't, right? Self-driving, until today, there are a lot of self-driving cars talking about. How many of you here in this room actually is having a self-driving car? No. You still scared, right? You don't want to, you drive a car, you don't want to sleep while the car moves by itself, right? You don't even trust the car. So it's the same thing. You talk about real estate in their customer, you talk to them. Yeah,
we want someone, a living person that can connect with us to help us.
Self-driving is there. Do you want to use or not? You still don't want to use, right? Because you still trust yourself. You still trust the feeling that you have. You still start the guts that you have. Now, then I want to talk a little bit. I hope you have some time with me, because I think
I give you like 1 or 2 minutes only.
2 minutes, right? I want you to look at this picture, AI, okay? Look at this picture. There's an AI there, a robot, and there's a real girl there.
Yeah.
Now imagine if the robot can imitate and do whatever exactly the real girl do.
Okay.
Right? Think a little bit, right? Think a little bit. There is like another clone. It's like another clone. Imagine if you receive a call, same voice, everything, just like your daughter saying that, "Mom, please help me. I'm lost in somewhere."
Okay.
Right? So you as a mother or parent, you suddenly feel what? First reaction is, oh, my daughter is being kidnapped.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But in reality, they're not, right? That is what scam happen. They will tell you that, hey, your kid is with me. You transfer me 30,000 ringgit. I'll let your kid go off or something. So you try to call her, you couldn't get her because maybe they have jammed, they blocked their phone. So you out of fear, you transfer. The next thing you know, you call your daughter and say, hey, how are you? Where are you? Your daughter will say, oh no, I'm in the school. What's wrong, mom? Then you realize that you get scam or get caught, right? Okay. Internet, online scam, all these things, right? So these are, I want to talk about that. Because in AI, there's another element we talk about, principle of what you call a responsible AI, right? Theft, identity, fraud, all these things. I won't go detail on that, because when you embrace AI, there are a lot of all these challenges, your privacy, fraud, all these things. How do I know whether you are dealing with the right person? So when you do in the real estate, this is how I used to overcome obstacles in AI, how AI is going to affect us. To me, if you look at these few points, AI, they can replace you, but are they going to be relevant? Because you don't want to deal with someone who, or like what you said, Mariah, early on, you don't know, you don't even met them before, all these things. So these are some issues on this. So basically, you know, but on the other hand, we want to know whether technologies, is it an enabler or is it a disruptor? You decide, right? You decide, because you can use it to good, because when you have a power, you can use it to do good. You can also use it to do bad, right? So it's entirely, there's no right or wrong, if you ask me. Yeah, we just need to use it. Yeah. So basically, I think these are some things that I think I want to share, Mariah. I know it's already 1 hour.
No, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah,
So it's up to you to decide if it's a good thing or like a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I love it. At least we all have the most basic thing that we need to do well is we are humans. So this is the one up we have from all the machine stuff out there. We can connect differently than any machine can, which I think is quite precious. So be encouraged, everybody. You're still okay lah. You're still okay as long as you know how to talk and how to connect. Yeah, we're gonna
because
be
I think, Mariah, I think we missed out the most important point. What are the things that can I just give me a few more minutes to run through? I know we are agents, you always talk a lot. I hope you don't mind. I hope that I just give me 3 minutes. I just quickly run through, because I think it's important for you all to know. So that's actually the key of presentation is not presented yet. If you ask me, I'll just quickly run through. I think I know I've been running out of time, because I want to share this a quick one. Just allow me a quick one.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
A couple minutes, everybody.
Yeah, I know is.
I feel your passion, Kian. I feel your passion. So we will.
Okay. Can you see this?
All right.
I think this is what we want to know. What's next, right? Like what you said. Don't be afraid. What's next? So how can you overcome? Can you see?
Yeah.
What's next? I'll quickly run through. Right. There's a transformation of agent. Don't worry. Right. Everything is hard before it becomes easy. Embracing technology is difficult, but once you start to embrace it, it's easier, because we are going to change our role. We are not going to be admin. We are not going to do all the administrative work. Our role is to go there and close deals, talk to people. That's what we're good at. Let the AI do all the automation, all the administrative work, right? You need to be specialized. Specialized in the sense that you need to have a focus area. You need to have your specialization, your type of properties, your location, all these things. You don't want to be jack of all trades, right? You want to be known as good at one thing. Yeah. Just like the people say, you need to have a specialty. If I go to a restaurant, what is a specialty? Is it a dessert? You don't want to say everything is good here, something like that. Now, of course, you need to go into consultative selling, like what Mariah said. We need to understand that, right? I always say this to my customer. I'm not here to get your business. I'm here to keep your business forever. Keep your business, right? So I want you to understand you. So AI doesn't do that. AI helps you to do this. Next, exclusive agent, right? If you can do well, can do all these things, no reason for them not to give you an exclusive. But for you to get exclusive, you need to tell that, you need to understand how can you solve the problem. Because a lot of agents will say that, this phrase I put in, most of the salesperson confused being liked with a solution provider. It doesn't mean you're popular, they like you, you sell a lot of properties, all these things, you will be the best agent for them. It doesn't work that way, right? So you need to be a problem solver, you need to have good EQ, you need to understand their need. Then, of course, in future, merit system, right? There's no passing mark. You want to compete with the best, you have to be the best. You have to be the best. So that's what I look at it. Be a technology enabler, right? There's a process. You need to know what is process-driven things and what is an energy-driven things. What are the things that help you in technology? What are the things you need to do as a human? And lastly, branding this matter. In today's market, I always say this: is not who you know, is who knows you. I learned this from one of the trainers in Australia. They keep telling us, in today's market, it's not about who you know already. It's how you know them. So using CRM, right, is where you build this. Okay. So that is something that I want to share, that how you want to be relevant. Of course, these are some things like AI and me. Tell your people your property is the most valuable asset. Get the right people to do it. Algorithms cannot determine value and price. Get someone to go through a process like a doctor and a surgeon. You want the customer experience, right? Technology plus experience plus learning. Your experience, technology don't have. Your learning, technology don't have. But you plus this together, you get results, right?
Right.
I said, motherboard AI, you have a motherboard and chips, but you have a heart. I let the robot do something else. So
I like
there's some message from me lah. Just a
Very
quick
nice.
one.
Wow. Okay,
hope-
that
yeah.
was good. That was good sharing. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that. It's really good. Yeah, about being the specialist and yeah, focusing on all the right areas. Okay, with that, we have a lot of really good guys. Please stay for the announcements. We're going to have about just a few minutes of announcements, and then we will come back and hear some final words from Kian, just a final encouragement. Everyone in the chat, you can feel free to put some words to Kian as well. Don't mind. Okay, so Ignite this week. We only have 2 sessions this week on module 4. We're going to see, but guys, you should come. This is Win the Seller is on Thursday with Joanne Ong. It is a super hot fire session. Like really, you don't want to miss it if you've not been for it. And yeah, this will probably be the last time this year we're going to do it. So you should really come. And Friday will be Elaine Yap, work with buyers and sellers. Okay. And then after that, the following week is the last wrap up week session. So please sign up for Ignite if you have not been yet. Okay. Next slide. Right, KW Cares event, our KW Malaysia Cares. So we have this really special speaker coming in to do a session on mental wealth. Okay, so for you to be able to deal with all your stress from like all the difficult buyers and sellers and yeah, all the stress that you guys have. So come in, you will be encouraged. So please sign up. You can also bring guests, whatever you need to do. Just scan the code and sign up for this and come and be encouraged. All right. That's, by the way, that's next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Okay. Client touch points, of course, you can go to Circle and download all your touch points to send out to your database, to keep nurturing your database. Make sure you're on the top of mind of everybody that you know, so they remember you as an agent when they are ready to buy or sell. Okay, next one. Right, so in Redfield Puchong, this is what's happening this week. So right after this session, there's Get More Leads with KW Campaigns. It's a this tech training that's going on at 10:30. Yeah, and sorry, I'm confused now. And then there's Tuesdays 2 to 4 p.m. as well. Okay. All right. So next slide. Yeah, this is a great speaker. If you haven't heard him yet, Lawyer Dylan on 25th October, which is next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Understanding SPA with condition precedent. So please go for this if you guys, especially if you're in Puchong, but I know others are also invited. They're very open. You can come and join them as well. So please sign up for that one. Okay, next one. Yay, Flagship Market Center. Okay, so today, Daman Mall as usual. And tomorrow there's 2 tech sessions, both online with Winnie, KW Central, and also the KW agent site, our new agent site. So you can go for that at 10:30 a.m., 2 p.m. Next one. Okay, this is the hot announcement for today, right? This week on Wednesday, state of the company for Flagship Market Center. You guys really have to come for this. You got to sign up. Okay, you got to sign up for this. This is on Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. There's going to be a lot of sharing by top performers. There's going to be like how to close a deal a day, how to close big deals, rental transactions, some of the funniest stories you ever heard, okay, of buyers and sellers. You got to come. They even said you can just come for the food. Look at that, guys. You see that on the poster? You can even just come for the food. So it's a good day to be inspired and to connect and network. If you're in Flagship Market Center, you better come out. You better come. If I see you outside, you're going to be in trouble. You better show up for this thing because a lot of work went into this. It's going to be a great event. Okay, next slide. Yeah. All right. So this is on Thursday. This Thursday, there's 2 events, right? That's the day after the SOC. So we have Ashlyn Wong is being featured. It's going to be a good session on Thursday, 11 a.m. And in the afternoon on Zoom, it's going to be the tech session going on with Winnie. All right. And but even more, I think most important, I want you guys to notice the bottom corner here. You're all talking about the budget. You're all like have a lot of questions, a lot of concerns. There's going to be a special session with Agnes Wong. She's going to do an overview of the budget. You're going to be able to see what's coming up, okay, and what the tax implications are. And there's going to be like incentives and goodies. So please save the date. That's next Thursday, 2 to 4 p.m. in Flagship Market Center. So please sign up for that if you would like to come. All right. Yes. Okay. And then, of course, we have all our tech. We have our Matterport KW360. It's only 68 ringgit. They do the whole thing for you. They will scan your whole place. It is so cheap, so worthwhile. Sign up for that, please, guys, for all your listings. Okay, next one. We have data labs where you can get all of your past transaction data to be able to make those reports that, Kian was just showing us, and to be able to send to your clients to advise them on their pricing. So that's only 49 ringgit a month for the whole of Malaysia. And the last one is on our KW WhatsApp. tool, KW Activate, 199 ringgit a month, but it comes with so many add-on features and support to help you with your database and all that. So please sign up for that if you have not done that yet. Okay, so we come back. Yay, thank you, Kian, so much for your sharing. Do you have a last little word of encouragement before we go? A last little catchphrase for us or whatever? Come and share. I think you're muted actually. Come in.
Sorry. Yeah, I was with. I mean, words of encouragement. I think is the moment we decide to join the industry. I think I assume most of us here know what we are getting into. You don't come to the industry just for nothing, you know. So I assume you all know what you're gonna face, you're gonna encounter. My only word is have no fear. Don't be afraid to face challenges. It's always there. Whatever you do, embrace it and don't work alone. I said don't work alone.
Yeah.
Find a good mentor, find a good company, find a good companion to face the thing, because I know I gone through that as well. Right? So we work together, we embrace each other, we so-called in the Chinese, we say we borrow the strength of others, we leverage on each other.
I like that.
Yeah, and then the thing is this knowing is one thing, doing is another thing. So you may attend a lot of training, you learn a lot of things, but whether you do it or not, that's what I learned. Knowing is not enough. You need to do it. Then you can overcome your fear by doing it. You don't do it, you forever will be fear. But once you do it, you will overcome your fear easily.
Yes.
That's my only advice.
We can do it together. We overcome our fear together.
Yes.
All right. So let's come together, guys. You can go for all these tech workshops and everything. We can embrace this together and learn together. And come for Ignite. And we can also do things together. All right. Thank you, Kian.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me. Take care, guys. Everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. See you next week.